I'm trying to get her in the right angle because she's just gone and scarpered underneath that log. She's been out all day, but she decided she's going to be camera shy now. So, hi everybody. I'd like to introduce everybody to little Sprite. So this is a new Greenbottle blue that I've just picked up today, which I'm looking forward to. She's so small compared to the tarantulas I've had, but obviously she's got a lot of growing to go because they are large breeds. But hi everybody. Hope everybody's well. Can't see who we've got online at the minute, but hello everybody who's online. I've put the light on her a bit just so I can see her a bit. Look at the colours on her, guys. Look at the colours. Green thorax, blue legs, orange abdomen. Oh, look at that. How gorgeous is she? So if anyone is arachnophobic, I apologise. Don't worry, I will not be getting her out. She'll just be free roaming in there. Hi everybody. Hi Mike. Introducing Sprite. She's not long had a meal. It's took her 5 hours to eat it. 2 seconds to kill it. 5 hours to eat it. Hi Jace. Hey Knowledge. Yes, I've just picked her up today. See if we can get a better shot of her. See if we can get a better shot. They're not easy to open, these. It's a Greenbottle blue. She's only about a year and a bit old. So she's got a hell of a lot of growing to go yet. But she's gorgeous. The colouring's beautiful. They are very vibrant. Obviously, at the minute, it's got a bit dark. So, I will put up a picture of her when she's out in the light. So you can see her colours properly. Close that lid. Where is it? It's just there. See the... Let me stick my finger in. Sorry about my finger. Where is it? There. So you can just see her legs there. So if you look in between the wood bits, you should see her. So she's kind of tucked herself away. I don't know if I can find a better angle. I'm looking on the phone to find a better angle. Where is she? There she is. Because she's tucked herself right in, so it's very difficult to get a decent angle of her. But she's right there. Just in between all the wood. I mean, this is what the tank looks like currently. With the switch. This is what the tank looks like currently. It's not going to look like this in about a week or two. Because Greenbottle blues are prolific webbers. So they like to lay a lot of web. So in the next week or two, all this that you see here should all be covered in like a white blanket of web. Yeah, put it back here. She's alright around this age, because as they get older, they get more skittish. The younger they are, the easier and more tame they are. I still wouldn't get her out, because she is a skittish breed. But, yes, Jace, it's a tarantula. Greenbottle blue tarantula. I'll actually be going to pick up my brother's very late birthday present next week, which is a trapdoor spider. Which is basically a hairless, armoured tarantula that lives underground. And that'll also be living with me for a while anyway. But how is everybody? I've not spoken to everyone for a while. I don't think we're going to get many people on here with the tarantula being on. But hey ho. And move it into a better angle. Now I didn't want really to get another one after Taco died. But like thinking about it, the place just doesn't seem right without a tarantula. And my brother's the massive tarantula lover. I prefer my reptiles to my tarantulas, but I do like my colourful ones. Oh, no, I think I spoke too soon when I said I wouldn't get another one, because I've been buzzing about this all day. I wasn't supposed to be collecting her until the end of next week, but I was up in Manchester today, so I went to see if they'd let me take it and come back with the money next week, and they were fine with that because I'm coming back in for another one. I'm not putting it in the massive tank, not the 5 foot one. When she gets a bit bigger, then she will be going into Taco's old tank. A lot of the stuff that you see in here, bar the white piece of wood, is all stuff out of Taco's tank. So when she gets bigger, because this tank's massive anyway, you see the size of her compared to the size of the tank. So she's got plenty of room to grow in this one. I reckon that she's just going to start a massive growth spurt soon because she was in a small tank there. Oh yeah, I can see it now on big TV screen. Nice. Oh, these breed are a lot more active than what Taco was, so we should be able to see this one move around a lot more. You'll all definitely be able to watch her feed because they are prolific hunters. They quite happily jump on the prey and just munch on it straight away. There's no issues with feeding so far. I gave her a waxworm as soon as I put her in here, and she straight away had that. No issues. So at least I'll be able to actually show you what she's like, what tarantulas are like when they eat now as well. Yeah, she looks smaller than Taco. Yeah, she's miles smaller than Taco. Taco was about the size, just bigger than the palm of my hand. Obviously, Sprite's curled up a little bit there, so she's not fully out. When she's fully out, she's a bit bigger than what she looks. But she is only a tiny tarantula at the minute. She will grow bigger. She'll grow a bit bigger than Taco did. So we've got, hopefully, I'm hoping it's a girl. It looks like a girl so far. But we'll tell with age. As it grows up, we'll be able to tell more and more if it's definitely a female, if it's a male. Obviously, if it's a male, then I'm going to be gutted because males only live to about 4 years. Whereas females live 12 to 14 years, so they live about 10 times longer than males. So hopefully we've got a female here. I thought you would have had Taco stuffed. Oh, you're not into that? Well, I don't know how we would have stuffed Taco because she got shed bound, didn't she? Where she got trapped in a shed and she couldn't get out. So I don't know if having her stuff, or even if stuffing a tarantula is something that would be able to be done. But she has got a little, where we buried her in the back garden, she's got a little fountain and she's got a little memorial plaque there in the garden. And a little flower patch. I don't think you'll be able to see it from all the way up here. I'm tempted to get her to move, but I should really leave her alone for a couple of days. I should really leave her alone for 48 hours. But we've got a Sprite cam instead of a Taco cam now. And thanks for that, Jace. Yeah, I couldn't get another Mexican red-legged because it'd feel too much like I'm replacing Taco. Same with getting a Chinchillian Rose. Oh, is she moving, is she? I'm waiting for her to start webbing again. She started webbing earlier. So at the front of the tank, she's got web. Yeah, I think we're never going to be able to replace Taco, but Taco is the foundation for pet cam. So it gives us a way of having a chat without being on camera and probably learning about something fascinating too. I've spent all day refreshing my knowledge on Greenbottle blues. For example, they're the only ones left of their genus. So you've got about 1,000 species in each genus. Oh yeah, the skull's there. So the skull's in there too. I've not been able to be as creative with this tank for Sprite as what I was with Taco, just purely because at the minute she's small. So she needs plenty of stuff to anchor a web to, which is why there's loads of bark in there. Obviously, as she gets bigger, I'll be able to put her in the bigger tank and I'll be able to be a bit more creative with the design, even though it'll all get covered in a blanket of web. I did, Jace. Like that was the only time she ever went in that skull as well, and I genuinely thought she'd escaped until I seen her in the bottom of that skull. So that skull was the entrance to another cave in Taco's tank. So the big brown rock that was in the back of a tank is actually a cave where she could actually get into that if she went through the skull, but she just sat in the bottom of the skull. Luckily, because I would have definitely thought she'd have run away otherwise. Oh yes, I'm waiting for that to happen with this one because I said Sprite's officially the smallest tarantula I've ever owned. So, if, in all honesty, if she got out of the tank, I'd move house because there'd be no way of fucking finding her again because they are bullet fast. Like when I show you what she's like feeding, you'll see what I mean by she is bullet fast when she moves. So there'd be no chance. Is she a blue colour? She looks blue. Yes, she is. So her legs are blue. There you go. Her legs are blue. Her thorax, which her legs are attached to, is green. And then her bum's orange. Obviously the colour's a bit better for all the light right above. But they're gorgeous. And they look completely different as babies as well. Hey, Lee. I've got a white light there, so it's not pink light. Oh, yes, Lee, this is Sprite. The new creepy crawly of the house. The new reason why I now have bugs in my house again. But yeah, they are beautiful colours. They're one of the most colourful breeds of tarantulas you can get, a Greenbottle blue. You all know me, I love my colours. Yeah, Rampant's still downstairs, and she likes the tarantula as well. When I put Sprite in this enclosure, I let the Rampant out so that she could come and meet the tarantula, and she was sniffing around the side of the tank, lay next to it, and then jumped on top of it. Well, at the minute, it looks like a female, so it looks like her sister Sprite. However, she's not fully old enough to be able to sex her because males have polyps on the front legs, and she's not at sexual maturity age yet. So I'm saying she because I'm hoping to God it's a she, because then I'll have her for about 14 years if I'm lucky. Oh, there you go. There we go. Having a little itch. But yeah, I'm hoping it's a female. She looks so far out to be a female. Well, obviously I can't let the tarantula out of the tank to play with the rabbit, but the rabbit likes to lie next to the tank and have a nosy and a sniff. What, have I interrupted a mid-scratch, have I? I think I've interrupted a mid-scratch. But she is a lot more active than Taco. The later on it gets as well, the more active they should get because they are a nocturnal species. They do come out during the day, but free the Sprite. Well, think about it. What's green bottle with a blue lid? Sprite, green bottle, blue. She's a female then if she's violet, lol. Oh, I do. I hope it. So far, there's no polyps on her front leg, so it looks like a female. Let me see if I can get a better angle to have a nosy again. I'm going to keep nosing until I'm satisfied. And I can't see no polyps on her front legs, so we might be lucky and have a female. I would breed, but the problem is, like, you risk losing males when you breed. She's too young to breed now anyway, to be fair. She's only a year or two old. She needs to get a lot bigger and a lot stockier. And hopefully you'll start seeing her stock out a bit because I've got some wax worms. So hopefully I can fatten her up a little bit and get her a bit bigger. But I can't stop looking at her. I can't stop watching her. I'm genuinely fascinated with her. No worries, Lee. Take care. So you might have a load of mini Sprites all off the shop. Oh, I shouldn't do. She's a bit too small to have bred. and her abdomen's tiny, so she's definitely not bred or been inseminated or whatever. So I picked my brother's up. My brother's tarantula is being specially ordered. Me and brother have always wanted trapdoor spiders. We've both always wanted one. And he said that for his birthday, he wanted one. And obviously his birthday was in March. So I've been looking all around for a trapdoor, not been able to find one. Mentioned it to the shop when I found my Greenbottle blue. And they're specially ordering in, so we're getting a golden trapdoor next week. And I've got to make that tank. That's gonna be easy to make, to be fair. I've just got to sort the substrate out and put it in and it's done. Don't need any decorations for the trapdoor. But I think when we get the trapdoor, I think I'll do the live as I'm building the enclosure, and then when I put it in, I'm trying to convince my brother that we should call the trapdoor spider bait, because you can't set a trap without bait. You know? Like, obviously, all my pets have got something to do with either their breed or their species. A Greenbottle blue. What's green? What's got a green bottle with a blue lid? Sprite. Welcome, Sprite. So I'm hoping it'll let me name it, and because otherwise my brother just names everything Bert. Because you get them from a pet shop, you worked at there are lots of animals rescued. So no. Yeah, the shop I got Sprite from isn't the reptile shop I used to work in. That one shut down a while ago. Where I got Sprite from was in the town centre. They've got a really big store in there. They've got reptiles, they've got arachnids, they've got aquatics, they've even got furries and birds and that as well. So they've got quite a few things in there. And I've not been able to find a Greenbottle blue anywhere I've been, especially not a trapdoor. So when I come across them, yeah, I just had to. But I will be applying to work there again. I have applied to work there in the past, but at the time I was still volunteering in the Stockport one. To be fair, it's probably a good job that I don't work in them. I used to bring home God knows how many. I used to have 15 different reptiles in this house. To be fair, it helped that my little lad was interested in them. I mean, my little lad's the reason why me and my brother ever got a tarantula in the first place, because he saw Concani and he wanted Concani, and that was it. Then from Concani we got Incy and Bert. Then we got Bert 2.0. My brother named Bert and Bert 2.0. And then we got Taco. Yes, it does. I was actually talking about that today, Jace. So my plan is to either get a picture of her coming out of the eye of the skull and get that tattooed, or to get a realist tattoo of her as the size she is now on the palm of my hand, or get a bigger caricature one added to my neck to go with the reptile and the other tattoo of Taco I've got. So that will be in the works. Oh yeah, me and my tattoos, like, can't be helped. I've not had one done in time. So I think the next one obviously needs to be the new pet. I might even convince my brother to let me get the trapdoor on me as well, because I won't be getting another trapdoor. Get one for my brother and I'll stick with my Greenbottle blue. Get a tattoo of a can of Sprite. Well, I mean, I could get a tattoo of her crawling on a can of Sprite. That'd be mint. It'd probably have to be the bottle one though, just because she's a bottle blue, isn't she? So we get a can of Sprite and just a Taco. I mean, in fairness, it'd work. She's itched her belly and she's gone, nope, I'm being watched. I think the spirit of Taco's fucking infested her at the minute. Nah, blowing her's not working either. She's had enough of me today. But she's been on bus and everything. Hopefully, as she settles in, she'll become more and more active. But if everyone's up for it, or everyone wants, then we'll start doing a Sprite cam like we did with Taco Cam. You'll get to see her grow and progress. See, it looks like she's moving her front legs from here, but I can't tell. If she's moving, I don't know. She might still be munching on that waxworm, but I can't. From the angle she's at the minute, she's barricaded herself right in to the wood, so I can only see her back end. I can't see her face. But she is possibly still eating. That'd probably make it about 6 hours that it's taken her to eat the fucking worm that she caught. But she could possibly still be eating that waxworm. Oh, she's brought her leg back out. Shine the light at the front. Hey, Sprite Cam, bring back Cocoa Mornings as well. Colours on her. Can't really see from this angle. I can't really see from this angle because she's proper barricaded herself in. If you have a look from down side, you've got wood in front of her, wood round the side and back of her, so it's really difficult to get a view of the front of her. That's about as close to the front as I can get. She's doing something. Trying to find the fucking best part of the glass to put this on. So we'll have Sprite Cam and we'll sort out bringing back Cocoa Mornings too. There's too much wood in the way. Well, I ain't sticking my hand in to move it. Not where she is there, because the piece of wood that's above her, it's screwed in to that piece of wood at the side. So if I move this one, then that one will also come up as well. But we will get to see her. You will get to see her fully. Don't worry, she will come out fuller, and I'll even feed her on camera as well, so you can all get to check her out while she's having a munch too. Because it is fascinating. I've had one of my friends on the phone before, and she's extremely arachnophobic. But as soon as she saw her and the colouring, she was just sat there staring at her for ages. Couldn't take her eyes off her. Oh. It's the thing, even I've got arachnophobia. But the tarantulas just fascinate me. The colouring, the way they all behave, how different they all are, and the little personalities. I would, I'm brave, but unfortunately too far away. Oh, what? Sod it. Let's have a look. I'll leave you there and I'll go through this one and see if I can move that wood out of the way. I might have to move the light though so that you can still see her without me knocking it. Now, if I move that, she's going to fucking jump. Try and move it very, very slowly. That's a bit better. Don't want to move it too far because obviously I don't want to skits her out and make her hide even more. But there you are. Well, there's Sprite. I'm going to turn it a bit so it's not shining straight on her. Well, yeah, let's proper look at the little baby Sprite. And she has got a lot of growing to do yet. Where's the best place to put this? There you go. Is that any better for you guys? No, cause she's a bit too small at the minute for mammals. So she's had a waxworm today. Just the one. It took over 5 hours to eat that one. But she can have small locusts and crickets as well. Oh no, I still have arachnophobia. Like if I get a spider in the bath, then I'll go and grab my neighbour to come and get the spider out of the bath. But with tarantulas, because they're enclosed and they're big and they're colourful, they're harder to lose track of. Obviously, while she's still small, I'm going more uneasy about being in the tank too much. Like if she was bigger, I'd have probably completely taken that log out. But because she's small, I won't do. I mean, there's certain stages like you can tell with the posture how they are. Like I know with her posture now, I could take this lid off and she wouldn't move as long as I took it off gently. But if she was skittish and moving around and walking around, then I wouldn't take the lid off because then she's active and she's mobile and she could quite easily decide to bolt. But it does help with my arachnophobia. Even though I don't get her out and I don't handle her, it does help with my arachnophobia because she's so fascinating. I get fixated to watching her. Like I've not stopped watching her since I've come back with her. I like keeping my eyes on her, like, learning about it and watching how they work. Right, so there's a big difference between this tarantula and the other tarantulas I ever had. So with Concana and with Taco, they were pretty much land-bound, hardly ever spun web, not thick web. They'd put a thin coat over everything, and that was it. You couldn't actually see the web unless you picked something up and all the substrate was stuck to it because of the web. They also were very, very, very slow. And if you put food in there, you basically had to put food in and walk away and leave them to eat in their own time. Whereas Greenbottle blues are prolific webbers. So within a couple of weeks, you won't be able to see any of the substrate. You'd hardly be able to see any of the wood or even the skull because it'll all be covered in web. They're also very, very fast. They are prolific eaters as well. So they do like to eat and they don't know when to stop eating. So you have to be careful how much you feed them. But it's learning about them. I mean, the more you learn, the less scary they become. Obviously, I used to think tarantula bites are the worst and it'd inject venom in you and it'll poison you and it could kill you. The worst a human can get from a tarantula bite is the equivalent to a bee sting. Obviously, unless you're allergic to them, then, same with bee stings. If you're allergic to it, it's more than just a bee sting. But it's the equivalent. They'd rather flick hairs at you before biting you. Do you ever let her walk up your arm? I won't do with this one. Because as with these ones, as they get older, they become more and more skittish. And they are fast. I didn't with Taco, but I did with Concana. Because Concani was used in arachnophobia groups and teaching primary schoolers and high schoolers about spiders and tarantulas. So with her, I was quite happy to handle her. You could sit there and stroke her and she was fine. Taco and this one, on the other hand, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I do love to learn. I do like to learn about stuff. Especially things that fascinate me. It's like, as I said before, like there's 100 different species in each genus, and the Greenbottle blue is the last one of its genus. It's also a new world spider, not an old world. So old worlds are more likely to bite you, and they're more likely to, grab onto you and latch onto you. This one's not. New worlds aren't. Yeah, the tarantula hairs are basically the main ingredient in itching powder, because they do irritate, and the hairs are like barbed wire. So once they stick in you, they hurt. And obviously they're gonna aim for your face because they're tiny, you're big. They're used to being hunted by birds like owls, so they aim for the face because that's how they basically tell you to fuck off. I'm not edible. I'm not yummy. Leave me alone. I'll have to do a live one day when she's actually out at the front. Yeah, they aim for your eyes and they aim for your mouth. Which, to be fair, is a smart idea. I just love her colouring. I'm not even watching her through the tank. I'm watching her through the screen, just for you guys. But they're amazing creatures. Very delicate, but they are amazing creatures. I recommend, if you like the look of how she looks now in her adult shed, I recommend Googling what a sling or spiderling Greenbottle blue looks like, because they look completely different to the adults, but they are the exact same spider. You'll love this. You'll love this. The Greenbottle blue spiderlings, then, Jace. You will absolutely love him. They're black and orange with like a blue shine to them. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they've got like a zebra-like pattern on the abdomen, which on her is the orange bit of her. I'll bring that over so you can see. So yeah, the orange bit of her is the abdomen. The green bit that the legs are attached to is the thorax, which is green, like a dark green, and then she's got blue legs. But yeah, if you have a look at them as slings, they look completely different. You wouldn't guess it was a Greenbottle blue if you didn't know what they look like as a sling. She's classed as a large breed, so about the size of about the size of your hand, about the size of the palm of your hand, roughly. At the minute, I'd say. Let me try and think of something to compare it to here. At the minute, she'd fit snugly in the palm of your hand, like snugly in the palm of your hand at the minute. So she will grow to about the size of your hand. Obviously, the bigger she grows, the more vibrant her colours will get as well, and the more she'll show them off. I know Taco Cam was quite boring. I do not see Sprite Cam always being this calm. I'll be honest with you, I do not see it being this calm. This is the most she's stayed still since I've brought her home. I said she had her first feed about, let me have a look at time. About 6.5 hours ago, she had her first feed in the house. She's not long finished that, if she has even finished it, because she was walking it around a cage before with it hanging out of her mouth. It's got nice black shiny feet as well. Oh, I mean, yeah, you've already seen a move first day, and you've already seen a move on Taco Cam. It was barely ever. Oh, here we go. Is she getting the bearings, or is she going to go for a wander? We'll find out. Well, the venom that they inject venom into their prey, which basically paralyzes them. Obviously, to big animals, big mammals, it's nothing. It's the equivalent of a bee sting. But to small ones like locusts, crickets, worms, it basically paralyzes them, and then they slowly munch on it. But she was munching on it and making a web before, so she was having a munch, then stopping to make web, then having another munch, then stopping to eat more web. But I've noticed that they do tend to take their time when they're eating it. They don't seem to be in a rush. Never knew it to take 5 hours before, though, so she must have wanted to enjoy that. But waxworms are very, very, very fatty as well, so it might have just been that it was new. She hears us talking about her moving. Yeah, and then decides to. I want to get used to, obviously, being moved about and, chatting around her and everything. So she's already been and met 3 of my neighbours today. Tomorrow I'll be taking her outside in the tank, obviously, but to feed her so that the neighbours can have a nosy as well. So I will try and get my camera on too so that you guys can see it as well. Otherwise, we'll do a feed next week on camera, if not. Hopefully every time you see her, something will be different and something will be new. Especially with her being a webber and that, we should start seeing things disappear and tunnels appearing. I'm thinking it might be me shaking my leg, because my bedpost is sat right against the tank. Oh yeah, well, it's one of the young teenagers on the estate that want to watch it. And to be fair, even I find it fascinating. She's made me jump about 4 times already since she's been here, and it was my own fault every time. But yeah, just a bit of a pre-warning for people, for anyone who wants to watch the live feeding. She will move fast. If you are scared of tarantulas, you will probably jump. Or scared of spiders even, never mind tarantulas, you will probably jump, like I did. But she's focused on the food. She won't want anything other than the food. I just couldn't believe how fast she was when she went for it. So I'm gutted because she did start off here for the last couple of hours. She was sat here. You can see all this here is all webbed up. Got a little bit of web from it here going across where she was working on before while she was eating. But this is where she ate. And then all of a sudden, she's decided to fuck off all the way back here. Put it in the title to warn people. What do you mean? Oh, in the title. Yeah, I get you. Sorry. Yeah, I'll have to put it in the title. Warning, live feeding. But she's such a beautiful animal. I wasn't even expecting to be on for this long, but even I'm fascinated looking at her, and I'm enjoying talking about the breed. They are beautiful animals. I know the creeper, and I know the crawler, and I know they're weird because they've got 8 legs and big fangs and all the rest of it, but she is gorgeous. So when they sleep, they hide under stuff. Well, with Greenbottle Blues, they make tunnels out of their webs. Chances are she'll probably find somewhere to go and get a kip, or she'll just fucking stay out and get a kip. Taco never hid. Taco just stayed where she was for days on end and wouldn't move for days on end. So I don't know. I've only just picked her up and brought her home today, so I don't know her personality yet. Getting there, getting used to it. I know what she's like with feeding now. I've seen that she enjoys making a web and she straight away goes for it, so that's good signs. She had a shed 2-3 days ago, so she's in for a growth spurt at the minute. So she's just been through one and she's going to go through another cycle now. But as for sleeping, a lot of them just get to know their environment and stay where they are. She's going to need about 2 days to get used to her environment, where everything is, what she can do, web it up a bit before she starts properly settling down. So I can't do too much with her until she's properly settled in. She's made her bed, her home, and she's happy with it. Yes, she will. She is Greenbottle Blues are prolific webbers. You should have a look at Greenbottle Blue tanks for adult ones. They look absolutely stunning and they look so intricate, and you sat there and you're wondering how where everything leads to, but they are all tunnels. And she'll have a bed tunnel, a breed tunnel. She'll have many different tunnels along all over the place. She should do, because they are semi-arboreal, which means that they do climb stuff and they do make webs and tunnels above ground. They're only semi-arboreal, so they do prefer the ground, but they are quite happy to go up if they need to. So the reason why I've put the wood in and why the wood's coming up, like this piece here, is so that she's got anchor points to stick the web to higher up as well. So if you have a look at this light coloured one, also comes up to near the top here, and the other one on the other side. And then over here, she's got the skull and the other bit of driftwood there. So she's got a few things up high that she can anchor to as well. So I'm intrigued to see where she wants to go, if she wants to stay on the ground or if she wants to start working her way up. It does look like she's starting to explore, but I'm hoping as well that she'll use this little hidey hole that I've made for her, and there's one there in the corner as well, where this is hollow, so she can get straight in that. So I'm hoping that she'll use that, which will give us an angle from the side as well, inside the web, hopefully. But only time will tell. That'll be amazing if you can get her web. That would be great to catch on camera. I will do. I mean, I was on video phone when she started webbing before, which I am gutted about because it wasn't recorded. But I'm positive I'll catch her. Even if I have to record it separately and then upload it, I'm positive we will catch her webbing. Little tip: if you see on her orange bit there at the end, there's 2 prongs on the end of her bum, and you'll see them come out and start separating and coming together and separating, and she'll basically be sewing her web. Because the web comes out very, very thin. So as you can see here, it's only a very, very, very thin sheet. That's about 4 layers. Well, that's not about 4 layers, about 3 layers to be fair. Because she went over it a couple of times. But that's brand new, that web. And she's put it over onto the wood as well. That's why there's substrate hanging up out of thin air. So they are fast at webbing. It's amazing watching them. I'll be honest, it is amazing watching a web. Thanks, Pixie Dust. I've had that for a while, that one. This is what I mean, Jace. I get fascinated with animals. And the more I learn about them, the more fascinated I get, especially when I can watch it firsthand for myself. It just gets you giddy a bit when you can actually experience something firsthand. So reading about it, watching about them, and then having it, oh, I feel like my life's complete. Well, almost complete. And Sprite's already spray painted on the bike as well. I do love my skulls. Anything glittery, shiny, skulls, colourful, I love it. Hey, baby sniper. It is. This is my new green. This is my baby Greenbottle blue. I just picked her up today. So we've now got Sprite cam. Oh, almost complete. When my bike's back on the road and I've got my snakes, my life will be complete. Well, as complete as it can get anyway. But I'm at the moment, I'm happy. I finally got a Greenbottle blue. Something I've been wanting for years. Didn't want to get one while I had Taco, because obviously one tarantula in the house enough for me until next week when I'll have 2 baby tarantulas. The trapdoor's also a baby, by the way. You alright, baby? We've called her Sprite because she's a Greenbottle blue, and Sprite's a green bottle with a blue lid. So my little brother's named her Sprite. Well, actually, turquoise is my favourite colour. Everyone thinks it's purple because my hair's purple, but my hair's a memorial for my grandma. She passed away from pancreatic cancer when I was about 6 or 7 years old. And the ribbon that represents pancreatic cancer is a purple ribbon. That's why I have my hair purple. It's a memorial for her. But my favourite colour is turquoise or teal. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I'm all right with Sprite because she's got a green thorax, like a dark teal. She's not even sprawled out. She's not even spread out, by the way. Her body's down and her legs are up. If you can see there. So you can't actually see. Oh, she's on the move again. You can't actually see her full size. Unless she comes out for a walk. Oh, no, she's just squished herself back in. I'll put the phone there. Let's see if I keep it down here, if she'll come for a gander. Because she seemed to move when I brought the camera down. Is Sprite bigger than the last spider? Nope, Sprite, she will end up being bigger. But at the minute, so I'll show you. So that's her. And then if I show you the size that tank she's in. So she is tiny at the moment. Like she is very, I mean for a house spider she's big. But at the moment, she's tiny. Taco was huge in comparison. Taco would eat her for dinner if they were in the same tank. So I can tell in your voice, Katie, you're still buzzing as you talk. I am. I really am. Yeah, the house has just felt weird. And when I went to get the rabbit, I originally went out to get a tarantula, not a rabbit. And I come across Rampant, and she was just so in your face and love me, adore me. I don't care if you can kill me. Love me and adore me. So I had to get Rampant. And obviously, yeah, I had to I had to eventually get a tarantula. My neighbours keep telling me that my house feels weird without a tarantula or snakes or bearded dragons are out. So I'll get the tarantulas out of the way. So I've got Sprite now. And next week, next weekend, I will be picking up my brother's tarantula, which is a trapdoor spider, which I've got him for his birthday. Special ordered it in. It's going to be a golden trapdoor as well. So I'll do a unboxing on a live so you can all meet the trapdoor, because once the trapdoor's in, it's probably going to be barely ever that anyone ever sees it again, because it's going to bury underground and it's only going to come out to eat. So yeah, I'll have to definitely do the trapdoor unboxing on live. CKE, you got the light at the end of the tunnel. Please, for your girl, you deserve. Oh, you're amazing, Jace. Well, we're getting there. I mean, I know that we've all been here and there and everything, but we are working on stuff in the background with Children Matter, and obviously I would love to do it with you all so you can experience it and see everything that we're doing, but unfortunately I'm being stalked like fuck by my exes on here who keep trying to twist and manipulate stuff. So you'll recognise them when they pop up, because they'll come up and they'll start talking shite or start trying to, nitty pick at something to start an argument. So you can tell who they are when they start chatting. We've had a few of them. But yeah, we have got things in the works. We are working on stuff to make things bigger and better, and we're going to look at trying to work at helping people while they're going through the system and before they go through the system, rather than just being there to help handle the consequences of the system. So we are looking at doing a lot, and it is a lot of work because it's something that's not being done, and we're doing it in a very unusual way as well, just because it's the way it'll work, and it's the way we know for a fact it's got no other choice but to work. So we'll get it started. Oh, trust me, BB, I know, but unfortunately they can't let go of the one they lost, which, I don't think big and highly of myself, but when you've got 3 exes stalking you, that kind of raises questions. Especially when all they're doing it is to cause arguments and to try and manipulate my son into believing his bullshit. But at the end of the day, we're going back onto tarantulas slightly. This is my son's the reason why the tarantulas became a thing with me and my brother. Like, the first one of all of us to get a tarantula was my son. But we used to have a deal and understanding that the end of every month, if he'd been good for the majority of the month, he could have one thing, whatever he wanted. One month he went for a tarantula. The next month he went for a tortoise. The month after that he went for geckos. So, yeah, my son was the one who started the tarantulas off. It's a great thing about kids, no fear. Does anyone have anything they want to know about Greenbottle Blues or any of the other ones that I've had? Oh, hello. Is she going to come out for a proper show? Oh, yeah, it definitely does, Jace. See, now she's spreading her legs out a little bit more. You can see a bit more of her length. I think she's going to stop again, isn't she? Yeah. As soon as I start talking, she stops again. Venezuela is where Greenbottle Blues come from. I'd love to see her climb, to be honest. I only seen her trying to climb inside the box that she came in, but it was a very, very tiny box. She could stand on her, but she couldn't even stand fully on her back legs, and she could touch the top easily. But yeah, the Greenbottle Blues originate from Venezuela. And they apparently they're easier to maintain than the 2 that I've had, well, the 3 that I've had previously. Got a pink toe, a chinchillian rose, and a Mexican red-legged. There is a slight difference between a Mexican red knee and a Mexican red-legged. Red knees are short hair, red legs are long hair. longer legs, stumpy legs. But they are gorgeous. Yeah. If anyone just joining, if you want to see proper colours. Yeah, that's a proper colouring. I'll move it away a bit so it's not as bright. You'll just have to make sure the enclosure is closed properly or you'll wake up covered in web. Oh, I know. What are you feeding her on? She's been on crickets while she's been in the store, but I've given her a waxworm today when I've brought her back, and she's gobbled that up. Say gobbled, it took her over 5 hours to eat it, although I'm pretty sure she's eating it now. So they can have locust, crickets, mealworms, waxworms. When you put her in the tank, did you let her walk out the box or did you bang the box with Oh no, don't bang the box. You can terrify him. You can probably fucking kill him doing that. No, I just open the box, put the box in, use the big tweezers that I've got to nudge her bum, and she's walked straight in. She wasn't too bad. Oh, guys, see, you missed it earlier. I said to everyone, we will be doing a feeding video. We can do one every week because you'll need feeding every week, especially while I'm fattering her up. But I'm going to be giving her another waxworm tomorrow, so I'm going to try and do a live when I feed the waxworm, but I will be doing it with my neighbours because my neighbours want to see. I did promise them as they came over to say hello to her before. If I can't get it on a live, we'll definitely be doing it next week, and I'll put a title on it saying like, yo, Sprite Cam live feed. So we will do it either tomorrow or next week. Try a Big Brother camera on her. I know I'm gonna need to get a night vision camera and stick it in there with her. Problem is, one thing I was looking at actually before is the blue on her will blend in on night vision, which was something I found out this morning. I don't like flies. I would like to see a fly getting eaten. If you can sort that out for me, cheers. And you know what? I was trying to catch a fly earlier, but I couldn't catch it. If I can catch one and get it in there, I will do. Sprite's YouTube channel. Well, it's his thing. If it's up to you guys, really, what you want. If you want Sprite Cam to just be a weekly thing on Children Matter, or if you want Sprite to have her own channel. I mean, realistically, we could put her on the personal channel that I share with a mate of mine. Oh, yeah, flies are doing my head in. Especially when they fly in and then can't find their way back out the same way they came in. So it's up to you guys. What would you guys like to see? Would you like to see Sprite Cam on Children Matter? Or would you rather Sprite Cam be on its own channel away from Children Matter? Sprite's Delight, trademark it now. 24/7 Sprite Cam. Kinda like Big Brother, but with spiders. I like it. I like your thinking. So I'm going to screenshot that. Just so I don't forget. Did it screenshot? But I didn't even screenshot. Yeah, I did. Now it is. I'm screenshotting that. I like that. I don't want to forget about it. I'm going to have to work on getting a camera that I can just put in there. The thing is, on this tank, it's actually got little wire holes in each corner where you can stick wires in through it. So we could, theoretically, put a camera in there 24/7. It'd be a better idea with separate channel. Yeah, separate channel. Right, we shall do. Probably do it on the Cadbury's Orange Swirl channel, which is mine and Coco's channel. I say mine and Coco's. Coco's not logged into it. Because I'm a tech guru, apparently. So if you're not already on the Cadbury's Orange Swirl channel, then I will be doing it on there. You'll have to get a diary room chair for her too. Well, I've got the office. I rearranged the office. I'm going to show you my office. 1 second, guys. I've not tidied up, so you're not seeing the mess I've got. You'll see some of the mess I've got. I apologise. You will see some of it. But we've got the office a little bit. So I can clear out a space there to put her on there, or I can clear out a space here to put her on here. So that's not a problem. I shall sort something out. The one she's in at the minute, it's only a temporary one while she grows a bit. Because at the minute, she's too small to go in a bigger tank. Have you put a link up? I've not put a link up, have I? I will do. I will get a link ready. So what I'll do is I'll do a feed cam on here, which I'll do a feed cam on here, probably next week, with the link, just because obviously I'll have to do it from my computer, and from my computer I'll be able to stream on both, so we'll be able to just jump straight over and get on. Well, I think the Sprite channel, just because we've already got some subscribers on the Cadbury's Orange Swirl channel, which we've not really been using, I'll probably use that one for doing Sprite cam. Probably end up doing like a Cadbury's Rants one on there as well. Alright, you've got me for a few more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to go and get some food and go and get a drink. Because I've not eaten yet today. I've been too preoccupied watching the tarantula, I didn't even realise what time it was. It's Cadbury's Orange Swirl. I'm Cadbury's, Courtney's Orange, and, you know, we swirl. It's actually something I used to say to her to creep her out when Orange is the New Black first came out with crazy eyes. Positive it's Cadbury's Orange Swirl. Should be. If you can find it and throw it in, the link in, that'd be absolutely amazing. Because I can't do nothing while I'm on my phone, unfortunately. I can't wait till she starts getting bigger. I can't wait till she does all this web. I'm too giddy. I think she should have already done it by now. Just because I'm impatient. So what's everyone's plans for the week then? How did you come up with the Orange Swirl name? Well, on Orange is the New Black, Crazy Eyes says to one of the other lasses, chocolate and vanilla swirl, to creep her out. So, because I've got purple hair, like Cadbury's, I'm Cadbury's. And because Coco's got proper orange hair, her proper ginger orange hair, she's orange. And obviously the swirl, the swirl is just the piss take from the line from Orange is the New Black. But yeah, I'm Cadbury, she's Orange. So we can be Cadbury's Orange as well. Yeah, I'm the creepy one in the friendship between us both. I thought it was a real chocolate bar. I love chocolate orange. Well, she does as well. I mean, I'm not keen on the chocolate orange, but I do like my Cadbury's. I do prefer my Cadbury's. So yeah, it's just a play on words because of the colours of our hair, really. So we had to put swirl on. Otherwise, everyone would think we were on about the chocolate. Would be mint though to make an Cadbury's Orange Swirl. That would be sick. I don't have the link to the other channel at the minute, just because I'm on my phone. I can try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So I need to get on YouTube to do it. I mean, if anyone can grab it for me, that'd be great. Otherwise, I can make sure that I've got the link. I'll put it in the description after the live, put the link in. I'm gonna have to shoot soon though, guys. See, shit that I can't get hold of the link from here. If I was on my computer, I'd be laughing because I could just go on my phone and do it when my computer's off, and my phone's holding on for dear life at the minute. Yeah, nice one for showing. That was really interesting, and thanks for the information. Have a great night, and welcome to Children Matter Family Sprite. Peace, love, and light. Leah's Katie. Night, Jace. Thank you for that. I'm going to be heading off myself very, very shortly because I've not eaten yet. I'm starving. Aunt Marvin. I don't think she's happy with that light, to be fair, because she's covering her eyes. So it just looks more creepy when it's dark. You can, no, that's not helping. Try to see if I can aim the light without aiming it at her. It's probably the best I'm going to get without aiming it directly at her. I'm thinking about just making some cheesy beans, bacon, sausage and eggs, to be fair. I'm debating it. Knowing me, I'll just sit staring at this little madam for a bit longer and then end up making myself a bowl of cereal instead. Because it's normally what I do when I get a new pet. Just had a papilla from Papa John's earlier. They're nice, but jalapenos. Oh, fucking hell. I've got some chilies growing downstairs as well. I don't like chilies, but my neighbours do, so I've got every single type of chili I can get. I've got it planted and they're starting to grow. So we might do, on the other channel, start doing like a Rampant's Mad Half Hour and a Sprite cam. Because if you saw Rampant go on a mad one, you'd be so amused. She just darts about everywhere. Oh yes, homegrown chilies. I've even got Armageddon chilies growing downstairs as well. I think there's a banana chili that's currently growing. It's doubled in size since yesterday. 2 more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to shoot off. And we will be back with more Sprite cam. I've not tried to grow basil. I've got chilies growing downstairs, aloe vera in the kitchen. Then outside I've got strawberries, blueberries, blackcurrant, red currant and raspberries growing, as well as carrots, rhubarb, beetroot, cucumber, tomatoes I've now got as well, and onions. So I've got quite a bit growing at the minute. Oh, she's fucked off. Thought she was starting to web then. Didn't even realise that she'd fucking moved. I was too busy thinking about what I'm growing. She doesn't like that bit of soil she's trying to stand on. I thought she would start webbing them, but no. She'll probably spend all night webbing up. I've just got this image of waking up in the morning with her here. I've got an image of her waking up here. That'll shit me up. First thing I see in the morning, trying to flat against the glass. Wait until you try the peanuts I've got. Oh, God help me. Jesus Christ, Katie, are you prepping? No, I'm not prepping. I know my neighbours like the fresh fruit and veg, and obviously with having the rabbit, Sprite's disappearing. I will introduce you to Rampant. I'll wait till she stopped moving and I'll go and introduce you to Rampant. You'll probably like Rampant a lot more than Sprite. Yeah. Let's go introduce you to Rampant. I don't know if everyone on here has even seen Rampant yet. Hopefully it's only a couple of people. You'll understand why she's named Rampant when you see her. And this is Rampant. Hey, gorgeous. Hi. My little floppy rabbit who spent the entire day destroying her bed and throwing her food in a water dish. And in her bed as well, apparently. Hello, gorgeous. I know I'm going to sort you out tomorrow. I'm going to sort you out tomorrow. You've done nothing but destroy the place today, have you? But she's yeah. My little bunno. This is the first tarantula I went out to buy and ended up coming back with a rabbit. She wants cuddles though, but it's too late for cuddles. Isn't it? And Sprite on the bike. Whoa. Right. Back to me pit. Ah, fuck. Elbow the fucking gate, sorry. So yeah, Rampant's the rabbit. You can probably guess why she's called Rampant. If it was a boy, I'd have called her Stu. Right, where's this little fucker gone? Oh, she's still there. So yeah, Rampant's the rabbit. And we've got Sprite the tarantula. Who they've spent all day becoming, well, most of the afternoon becoming friends. Rampant likes to sit on top of this. So she sniffs around the outside. She lays down in front of it, obviously when it's on the sofa. And then she jumps on top of it and she just lies on top of it. She's not asked by the tarantula in the slightest. Tarantula didn't even bother. She just carried on eating. So they were all right. Dr. Dolittle. Okay, Dr. Dolittle is one of my favourite films. I absolutely love it. Like, if you put me in a room with animals, I'll quite happily be happy. As long as it's not bugs. If it's bugs, I won't be happy. Cats, I won't be happy. Bugs and cats, I won't be happy. Any other animal, quite happy. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to start wrapping up in a second. So is there anything else before I shoot? You don't like cats? I'm not keen on cats. Cats don't really like me, and I'm allergic to them as well. Boo. Yeah, no, I'm not keen on cats. I can put up with them, I can deal with them, I can be around them for so long. I ain't gonna go out on my way to pet them. I will probably shit myself if they come and stay too close to me for too long, and I am allergic to them. But I can tolerate them. I'm not keen on them. I'd rather, I was saying to my mate before, I'd rather be put in a room full of tarantulas than a room full of cats. And she's got a cat as well, which I'll be going and, dealing with when I go and stay with her. So you'll probably love that as a live feed because I will be absolutely bricking myself. I don't want to leave too soon and miss anything if anyone wants to ask something or say something before I go. Right, my lovelies, I am going to wish you all an amazing night. And I am going to go absolutely stuff my face and then watch this beauty hopefully start webbing her enclosure. I feel like I'm seeing things every time I look up and it looks like she's starting, but then at the end I don't think she actually is. So, I'll speak to you all very, very soon. We will be back with more Sprite Cam. So I will be on here and I will bring on the link. I'll put the link in the description as well as this once it's buffered and it's loaded. Have a good night, Kate. Well, have a good night and munch, Katie. Take it easy. I shall do, guys. Night, Mike. Alright, see you all very soon. Night, guys.